You've been knocked down and got up again. In a corner, you're surrounded, no defenders. You've hid your fury and kept it in. But it's time now, you ignite and turn to embers. Like a phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. Phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes.
Electric Boogaloo.
You see the truth behind the veil, and you know that they're just looking for attention. Oh, you don't let their ruthlessness prevail. Oh, it's time now, light your fires for ascension. Like a phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. Phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes.
Guys, please hit that thumbs up.
You get up and let you drown, but you don't stop.
Thank you.
You're a phoenix.
Video guitar.
my mind you can't control. Running wild, can't calm down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this.
You hit that thumbs up while you're coming in.
We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this.
Well, hello, world. How is everyone doing? Hope you are well. Today is April 29th, 2024, 6:54 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Can you guys hear my fan? Let me know if it's annoying you. Let me know if it's too loud. It is hot in here. Um, so just let me know. Okay. Lots going on. A lot is going on. Oh, Nosy, thank you so much, my friend. You are so sweet to me. That is so sweet. Thank you so very much, Nosy. Hope you are well. Thank you. Thank you so much, Nosy. Good to see you, my friend. A lot happening. I don't need it to. Oh, I got to unloop. Let me turn it off. Loop. There we go. Thank you, Nosy, my loves. Thank you, YouTuber. Thank you so much. So where is Ginger? They're right. I shouldn't be here. Okay. Then if you shouldn't be here, then why are you here? Okay. I do not believe Chris, only Seth and law enforcement. Cassie says. So this morning I was live on my Sweet Tea channel, which we're live on that as well right now. But while I was live, this came out, and I wasn't. I was like, yeah, it looks a lot like him, but I'm a real skeptic in these kind of situations. But I've got something that just came out just a little bit ago too. I haven't even read it yet. We're gonna see what it is. Thank you so much, Miss Curvy. Curvy. Thank you, my love. Appreciate you, little sweet pea. Where's my? There we go. Thank you, Miss Kirby. There the pearls. Y'all are so cute. Okay, so this photo has been going around, and absolutely, Lulu, that would be the best thing possible, that this hopefully is Sebastian. Does look a lot like him. But for me, I wasn't so much. Yeah, it does look like Sebastian. The trees around it, I'm a little skeptical still. I made that, if you was watching me this morning, you kind of, I was like, the trees should be bloomed. Is this a picture? Could this be a picture of Sebastian? Uh, that is a real picture of Sebastian, and people are saying, they're getting it confused. I don't know. I really don't know. But okay, there we go. There's another one. But this is not what got me. Could be higher elevation. Yes, it does look like it's in the mountains, but I'm in higher elevation. I am in really high elevation. I guarantee you it's higher elevation than that. Uh, but still, nonetheless, this is not what got me. Don't it So the person that said they took this picture, it was in North Carolina, and that it was this past weekend. Linville, North Carolina. She thinks Lori does. Okay. It's not so much Sebastian what gets me in this photo. It's the woman. This woman right here. You see that? Nobody blurted out if you know. Nobody blurted out if you know. See that woman? Here's Seth. Here's a woman. And then look at there. Now, I am not saying it's her, but it's so crazy that, I'm just saying, right? What are the chances? Let's just think about this for a moment. Everyone has a twin. Look at the hairline. It's different. It may be different. Listen. Regardless, if this is the same person, if it's a different person, what is the likelihood of a woman? I guess this is Seth's sister. And this woman looking like she has Sebastian. You know what I'm saying? Here's the sister. Like, this may not be Sebastian. This may not be Seth's sister. But what is the likelihood that they both of them, look like someone? It does. See, Robin, I understand that it's not kumbaya, whatever. What I'm saying is both of them. You know, it would be strange that, you know, Sebastian has a, twin, right? Well, it's not strange. Everyone has a twin, right? Everyone has a twin. But it's even more strange that the lady with him favors the sister. Even the glasses favor. To me, it's more likelihood that it's not. But that's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking this has to be an old picture of Sebastian. Well, not an old picture per se, but a picture that is actually Sebastian, maybe someone, I'm not saying that it may be someone trolling, I don't know. I agree. I agree. But it's strange. I mean, I can't think of a. I mean, if they like, if this isn't Sebastian, if this isn't the sister, then that would just make it more crazy. You get what I'm saying? It's really, really strange. Why though? What, Lori? Zooming in, the ears look more alike though. Um, I don't know. I really don't. See the shoes? Let me see if I can get that. See the shoes? I think this is clearly an old picture of Sebastian. Why would someone reshape an old? I don't think that anyone. I think this is probably just someone trolling the internet. Because what are the chances we know Sebastian has shoes like this? He's wearing them right here, right? He's wearing them right here. What are the chances that this would look like Sebastian? What are the chances this would look like Seth's sister? And like I said, I know people's like, oh, and the police should check into it. They absolutely should. But I do believe it's someone playing games, which is sad. I think this was probably taken anywhere from December to mid-February. And someone is saying, "Oh my God, I saw a picture, or I took a picture of." Robin Rogers in chat and says, "That's not Seth." Where is she in here now? Is that Seth's? I don't want to get personal or anything, but is it like his lady friend? I don't see her in here. Trees have no leaves. This is definitely before now and not recent. Yeah, that's one of the first things I noticed this morning. I was like, "Oh, there's no leaves." This wasn't taken this past weekend. Says it's not him. So, okay, check text. Okay. I'm sorry, Robin. I don't see her right now. She looks nothing like his sister. His sister is 5'7", athletic and long. Okay, but is this the sister? Is that the sister? Or the girlfriend? I don't know. It's very Is my fan too loud, y'all? Let me know. It's making my eyes water, but I'm burning up. Oh, I don't think it's photoshopped, but yeah, she doesn't look athletic. This woman here doesn't look. Look at Seth's shoulder. How bad he had it wrapped. Poor guy. Okay, well, someone said this was his sister in chat. That's what I was. You can't hear the fan. Thank God. Okay. Um. Yeah, I mean, I can message him about and what Proud said over funeral home. Yeah, you can message me on. We have a group. The mods can put it in there. So I see you. Did Robin say, because there's so many people in here right now, did Robin say that that this is not Sebastian? Or are they still checking it out? Thank you, Spirit Seeker. Seth doesn't have a lady friend. Sebastian is his world. Anything he has off from work, he spends with. Okay. Seth's sister's 59, thin, athletic, and has long, very dark brown hair. She looks nothing like the woman. But did they have they checked to see if this was? I didn't say it wasn't him. I said okay. All right. Just trying to be extremely clear on this. I got a guidance. No worries. No worries. But did anyone know who this woman, like who this woman is standing next to Seth? She's a searcher. Okay, well, there's another picture that I sent Justin, and it looks exactly like the woman, and Seth is with her, and they're searching for Sebastian. Yeah. I think, I mean, I guess we need to ask. I mean, clearly, if this is so, it's so bizarre. It's so bizarre because the shoes, right? Now, these look a little darker, but it could also be, kind of like the lighting and the filter or whatever. I don't know who the person is helping with the shoulder. Yeah, I'm getting ready to talk about it, Arctic. Thank you, my dear. All right, Nick Barris, get an update. We're going to talk about it. Guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button if you haven't yet, please. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Hello, Rose Angel. Hello. All right. All right. 2 hours ago, Nick Barris, Channel 5. Okay, everyone, pull back the reins a bit. I have been flooded with messages along with this photo taken this past weekend as a visit at a visitor center off the Blue Ridge Parkway in North Carolina. Do we know what town it's in? I'm very close to the Blue Ridge Parkway, like very, very close. And yes, people think this looks like Sebastian Rogers, the 15-year-old who disappeared from his home in Hendersonville, Tennessee, 2 months ago. There is a resemblance, but difficult to tell from this angle. I can tell you that both Sumner County Sheriff's detectives and TBI now have the photo. Since Sebastian vanished, authorities have received many photos of potential sightings. And as in all cases, they will be vetting the photo. To date, there have been no confirmed sightings. So please don't jump to any conclusions. So some are already posting it on social media that it is Sebastian. Well, that would be terrible. No one official has said that. Again, there is so much garbage about this sad case on podcasts and social media. It is good to keep Sebastian's story out there, and that it is great that the people report potential sightings. Um, it's just, I mean, just thinking about, right, like if it is not him, which we have no idea, and if this isn't an old photo, which clearly Seth has already seen it, right? Mods will drop. Um, well, Elisa Robin's in here right now, and she said law enforcement is checking it out. She said, I didn't say it wasn't him. I said Seth has people investigating it, is what is what she said. But regardless, what is the chances? What is the chances? Hey, hey Emma, of this young boy right here, the one that looks very, very similar to Sebastian, having the same glasses, it looks like, in my opinion, similar shoes, similar build. I don't know how tall he is here. And just this woman, it's so weird. It's just weird. I mean, that's when it got me, because everyone has a twin, they say, right? Like everyone has a twin. Please don't say it's not Sebastian, because there's been no official statement that it is Sebastian or not. So please don't say anything is a fact unless an official has said it. You can say, in my opinion, it's not Sebastian. You can say, I don't think it's him. You can say something, but don't say it as a fact. Please don't say it as a fact, because that's the problem. Our words matter. They can say, "Oh, I was in Justin's, and people are saying it's not him." Running with it. Please just put in my opinion, please. Um, I absolutely hope it's him. God, that would be amazing. I don't know who the woman is by Seth, but it's so weird that the glasses are very similar, the hair is very similar, and they both keep it in a similar bun. I don't think they're the same women personally, but in my opinion, it's just uncanny that not one person, but two people in the same picture look the same. It's so strange. Maybe it's not a sick joke or for nefarious at all. Maybe someone saw something and said something. I hope. I hope. I pray to God. I mean, regardless, someone did. That's the thing. I don't think, if they're checking it out, right? If Seth is having his people check it out, then it's a picture that he's not familiar with, right? It means there's a photo that he is not familiar with. Now, are the Proudfoots familiar with a photo like this? Probably not, because I have, and it's not wanting to show. 1 second. Okay, here we go. All right. Because this says this was at 11:13 this morning. Hi, Katie. Sending you some screenshots from a group. Could that be Sebastian praying for a safe return? She says, thank you. We have seen them and we are working to 100% confirm. It is weird. I mean, it's strange. No, Rose Angel. It doesn't mean anyone has been dishonest. Because there's absolutely nothing in this case that has been confirmed. The only thing in the case that's been confirmed is that Sebastian is missing. That's it. And when cases like this come around, or Summer Wells, it's when there's not a lot of facts out there, and when police, particularly TBI, won't say anything, uh there's obviously a lot of speculation because there's nothing at all. Katie's mom is in jail in Virginia. But yes, police will find out for sure. That they will. And it doesn't mean anyone has been, it doesn't mean Seth has been dishonest. They have matching hoodies. What I mean, just the thing that gets me is just that two of them look so much. The earlobe and the two look similar, particularly the bottom lower portion. You see that right there? That kind of dimple. Let me see if I can. See the kind of like dimple in her ear right there? It might be that, or it might be a piercing. I don't know. It angle, but it's like you see this right here, right? Why can't why can't people just take a picture when they put their head up? Like, did he never put his head? I mean, if it was his head down the whole time, did he act scared? Did he act fine? Was he, like, yeah, they are Skechers. I mean, the shoes are virtually very, very similar. Now, the one that we know that is Sebastian, right here, right? They appear darker. They appear darker here than they do here. Um, could he have more than one pair? Perhaps. Um, I don't know. This is just bizarre. It's just absolutely bizarre. Um, Robin says the picture of the lady with Seth was taken at a vigil. She was in attendance. She has no direct connection with Seth or our family. Mm. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel all kinds of weird. Did Seth? I wonder if Seth talked to her. It is a cliffhanger. Check other pictures from the vigil. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. No, Robin is Seth's sister. I'll text him in a little bit. Hair looks dyed, and these two women look identical, in my opinion. Well, something that it looks like Sebastian has here. It looks like he has, I don't know what the front is called. We call them like, it's not a cowlick, it's the way your hair grows, right? And he looks like he has a little one here, but his is very prominent. But your hair can change, throughout the year. Sometimes it's lighter, sometimes it's darker, sometimes it's the lighting. Why does it keep doing that? Damn it. Hold on 1 second. Pop it up here. Just crazy. It's just crazy. He's in the shade. I don't know. Like, I mean, this might be taken in the spring. Higher elevation. But I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, might call Trevor and ask him if he's talked to Seth about it yet. Mm, let me check here. Oh, sorry about that, my dear. In my opinion, aesthetics is this bad. I'm second guessing. It's strange. It's strange, Amy. I mean, you got to admit it is strange. It's looks like dyed, and these two women look identical, in my opinion. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, my loves. I just don't know. I think I misread your comment. Hello, Miss Kirby. The person could have bought him new clothes, shoes. Yeah, I can look on. You guys want to see what Twitter said? Let's see. Sebastian Rogers. Okay. Jennifer Kaufman-Doffer says this is a viable lead. I am hoping law enforcement follows up. Hello, my friend. A local news in Hendersonville saw this kid. A local something in Hendersonville saw this kid in North Carolina this past weekend. The resemblance to Sebastian is uncanny, and yes, she called it in to the TBI tip line. Does anyone recognize the woman he was with in this pink shirt? He didn't seem in distress or uncomfortable. My friend said that you could tell he knew the people he was with. This was a paid entrance to a visitor center off the Blue Ridge Parkway. So there should be cameras in the area and inside the visitor center. What do y'all think? Make it big for y'all. North Carolina isn't that far from Tennessee. No, it's not at all. Um, it's not far. Oh my God, that would be amazing. That would be amazing, Amy. You know that the missing and exploited children have not been notified about Sebastian. He's not in their roster. I find that odd. He's not a runaway. He is missing, autistic, medically endangered. Mm-hmm. Yes, most likely, Octavia. Yep. Over my dead body, Sebastian ever be returned to Katie. Yeah, I don't think he'll ever be returned to Katie. I don't think so. 5 hours away. What city was it in? Let me see how far it is from me. Yeah, I mean, Chris was lying out his ass, in my opinion. I apologize. Seth's mother, not her sister. Um, no way they would return. Yeah, I don't think they would ever return. Linville, North Carolina. Okay, let me check. See where I'm at. Okay, I'm 2 hours and 45 minutes from it. So not too bad. Yes, it is 469 miles long from North Virginia to southern North Carolina. And it is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. The lady in the pink. We know that, Missouri. We got you. It's not Set Sister in that pic. Yeah. Elf, Robin said that it was someone that was at one of the vigils. I think it's on Chris's side of the family in my okay. I'll be 2.5 hours. I'll be 2.5 hour drive away from. You're closer than me, Justin. I live in the oceans of North Carolina. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm pretty central. Like, I'm really close to so many states where I live. Like, it's like 4 states is within at least 2 hours, 5 states maybe. Um, it may be a volunteer search, but it certainly looks the same. It does. That's the thing about this, right? That's the thing about this. Someone zoomed in really well. What do you think about this, y'all? Grandfather, Ginger Snap, thank you so much. Grandfather Mountain is closed through the winter and opens March with discounted rates. Linville is the only a restaurant and gas station, a lot of wealthy summer homes. Thank you, Ginger Snap. Um, appreciate that. Gypsy, thank you so much, Justin. Can you compare the pic with the trophy and that pic, please? Yeah, let me see if I can get that. Question about this. Miss Rogers, if you're still in here, do you think it's possible that they could have hid Sebastian because maybe Katie did not want Seth to have him? In your opinion? Jennifer Coffin, she said, in her opinion, it was a viable lead. I mean, they're going to check on it, right? They're going to check on it for sure. I mean, the skin tone is very, very similar. Um, I mean, northern, western North Carolina. Gotcha. We need to identify the woman, Seth, because it looks like the same person in the pic. Yes, that's what we've. Justin, grandfather's home for kids is 478 acres on that mountain. What is that? Grandfather's home for kids? Is that a. What is that? Grandfather's home for children. It says permanently closed. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. This was in Elk, North Carolina. Grandfather home for kids, 3 out of 5 star. Nonprofit organization. Long legacy of serving. It's a pretty area. Serving the community for more than 100 years. Grandfather home of children has addressed the needs of children in the high country. Ecole. Okay. What do they do? It's a little weird. There is someone standing behind him, September? What do you mean, someone standing behind him? Oh, like right there? I see what you're saying. Yet someone walking that direction. I think it looks, I don't know how tall this woman is. You know, I was trying to like measure it, like, but there's nothing really much to measure her up against because you don't know how tall this pole is or anything, right? Sure, you can lose some pounds. The nostrils are similar, more pronounced in other photos than Sebastian. Justin, look at his shoes, please. And oh, yeah, I mean, look, I've got the photos with the trophy. Right here. Wrong one. Did I exit out of the damn thing? Well, crap. Sorry, y'all. 1 second. All right. Here we go. Look at this. All right. So you're talking about the shoe photo with the trophy. Or this is a school. This is a school photo right here. It's a school photo, but oh, you can't see. Let me pull this up so y'all can see this a little better. See if I can make this bigger as well. What? It's bizarre, guys. This just blows my mind because it's so weird that we've got a picture of a woman that looks very similar that was at a vigil, and then we've got obviously a photo of Sebastian, and then we got a photo of this, young boy who looks a lot like Sebastian. The shoes are different, it appears, but they're very similar at the same time. What I just I mean, it would be so strange if it, in my opinion, because of just like the woman, Sebastian, the boy, the shoes, the shoes. Lady from the outside. Where is this person who took the photo? Same shoes, just different angle. I mean, it could be the light, it could be everything, right? I mean, is someone hiding him? No, it's North Carolina. I do not see difference. He has his foot in a different angle. I see a difference in the color, but again, it could be, you know, indoor light versus daylight is totally different, right? So you can look at something from indoor and it'll look more like a yellow, right? And daylight is more like a cool, bright white. That's a pretty big prison sentence for hiding him at this point. Absolutely. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think, you know, 541, you're live on the air.
Hi, Justice. This is Shauna.
Hey, Shauna.
The reason I'm calling is because the pictures that you had shown,
Yep.
one of Sebastian and one of the one that is in North Carolina, the one that you zoomed in on, if you look at the hair on both of them, they look identical.
In your opinion?
In my opinion, yes.
Yeah.
But the chin is a little off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Because one is wider and one is more skinnier.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think it's him.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion, but Cheryl, where did you see that at? Where did you see Seth saying it's not him? Because his sister's in here saying they're looking. Yeah, the V-shaped hair. That's very interesting.
Yeah, and that's very prominent. And you don't get that very often.
Yeah.
And so it could be in my
mom,
opinion.
sorry, not his mom.
Him.
I keep saying his sister. I apologize, Miss Rogers. His mother is in here.
Katie's in there?
No, not Katie. Seth's mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, the fact is that it could be.
I mean, it's interesting that two people that we have photos of look very, very similar to two photos that we have, and they're built the same. They have the same glasses. They have almost the same shoes.
Right. But he is a lot skinnier.
Yeah, but it's been 2 months as well.
Right.
We have no idea what he's been through.
All of that weight.
Yeah, we have no idea what he's been through. Which, Sebastian he looked pretty skinny anyways, right?
Right. But who knows? But when that picture, the zoom came up, I looked at both hair, the front of where the bangs are supposed to be, and that looked very prominent because it's a V shape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a grown boy.
You don't get that very often.
Yeah, it's pretty bizarre.
Yeah.
I mean, what she's talking about is Sebastian. He has like I don't know what they're called. I call them like a cowlick, but it's like the way your hair grows
I
in
have
the
a
front.
cowlick in front.
Yeah, it's like in the front. And it looks like, I mean, it could be just the way his hair is here, but you can see what you want to see whenever you're trying to compare things like this as well. So
Right. But I looked at both pictures and they both look almost identical where the hair is.
yeah.
Now, the facial features, yes and no, but it's been 2 months, like you just stated.
Yeah.
He could have lost all that weight.
Yeah. To me, Sebastian,
face,
he has
his
a wider
body.
face. I wish we had I wish we had more photos to compare him with. Like
Right.
the guy here.
hmm
Sebastian's neck looks longer in this photo than right here.
Yeah.
The shoulders, I mean, I don't, in my opinion, and it's just an opinion, authorities are checking it out. I don't think it's him personally, but I pray to God it is.
Yeah. I do too. He needs to be home.
He needs to be, yeah, he needs to be found for sure.
Yeah. And brought to his dad's.
Yeah.
And,
So,
but anyway, that's the reason I called, is because I wanted you to look at the hair.
Windows peak.
And yeah, the zoomed in one and the one next to it, and compare it. Because you had it up there and it looked a spitting image.
Yeah. There was more photos that
But I'll
Sebastian's
let
hair
you
got
go so you can get it figured out.
Okay, my dear. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Sebastian's hair got darker as he got older in his photos. Okay, here, let me show you this, y'all. Let me show you this. Oops, 1 second.
Sylvia from St. Paul.
612, thank you for calling.
Thank you for taking my call, Justin.
Of course. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine. And you?
I'm excellent, thank you.
You do such a good job.
Oh, thank you so much.
I want to, you're so welcome. I wanted to ask you if you could zoom into the eyebrows. They are identical to me, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Can you check it out and compare it?
Yeah.
The hairline at the same time?
I can do, let me see what
eyebrows are really something else.
The eyebrows.
Can you?
Yeah, let me,
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you go.
All right, my dear. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. This is what people are talking about when they... Here we go. Let me make it big for y'all. You see how, like this, how his hair grows like a V? You'll either have it in the front or the very back of your hair. Has anyone asked of the parents if they believe it's him? Yes. Mrs. Rogers is in our chat right now. Justin, look at the bottom of shirt and top of his pants. What does that mean? Widow's peak. That's what someone else said. Widow's Peak. The eyebrows do not quite look thick and long. I mean, here his eyebrows look very thick, but the glass at rims cover it up. That's the problem, right? The glass rims really cover it up. I'm trying to find some more comparisons here. Sebastian has a fairly wide nose, and the tall, the one we're trying to figure out, to me looks like he has more of a thinner nose. But what's this? Left arm. Hold on. I don't think that's a red mark. Now people are being silly. I don't know. Look, let's do a poll. We'll do a poll in Clutch, them pearls. So if you want to do a poll, you'll have to go to Clutch, maybe Hey Sweet Tea, but we'll do it definitely in Clutch. And see, what do you think? If you think it's, I mean, regardless, it needs to be definitely checked out. And that's what Seth's mother in here, Mrs. Rogers, said they are doing. We got to have once. Sorry, got to have hope. All right, so the poll is coming, and here we go. Do you think could be all right? All right, the poll just dropped in Clutch Them Pearls. If you want to do the poll, the woman looks like, yes. I don't know if she was at the vigil or she was at the.
To accept, press 1.
601. Thank you for calling.
Justin,
Yes.
can you look for the vigil that he was in with the woman with the pink hoodie?
Can you
That
speak?
woman
Can you
had
speak
pink
up a little bit,
hoodie.
honey? It's hard to hear you.
Yes.
There
Yes,
you go.
can you hear me now?
Yep. There you go.
The woman that is in this picture
Uh-huh.
has got a watch on with a pink hoodie around her waist. Can you go to the vigil and find that woman with a pink hoodie on and see if she's wearing a watch that you can see under the cuff?
She looks like she's wearing. Is that a watch there? Hold on. Let me show you. Are you watching me now?
Yes.
Is this a watch?
Yes.
Right here?
Looks like a watch.
What do y'all
And
think?
she's got a pink hoodie. She's got a pink hoodie around her hip. And that other woman beside of Seth has got a pink hoodie on. I think the earlobes are the same, but if you could find that vigil where they're at, see if her watch is under that cuff of the hoodie.
Oh shit! It's a round watch. There it is. This hat. Listen, guys. This has to be an old photo.
You think so?
You're right. This is just we. It's either really weird or it's an old photo.
Yeah, that really don't make no sense.
And I don't guess. I mean, that's so weird. Cake, thank you so much, my dear. Good to see you. Look at the ears; they're different, flared, non-flared. Okay, I'll look at that. Thank you.
I'm looking at their ear. I'm looking at their earlobes at the bottom where that piercing and dimple is.
Love you, bros. Thank you. Uh, thank you, Bam. I appreciate you, my dear. So she just said they're checking it out.
The hoodies are the same color. The hoodie's in the waist that she got tied around her, and that hoodie standing beside her.
Oh,
Seth.
I never thought of that.
Same color.
This hoodie and that hoodie's the same color with Seth.
Yep. That's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. That has that's the same woman. What do you think?
I think someone's punking us.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's where I wanted you to glue your eyes to and see what you thought.
That's crazy. Is Miss Rogers being in here? Is she still in here? Hold on. Let me make a call. 1 second. I gotta make a call.
Well, go ahead, honey. It's okay. Just go
Okay.
ahead. Take care
Call
of it.
back in just a few minutes. Okay. Call back in just a few minutes. All right. Bye bye. Hold on. Let me make a call real quick. Okay. They're gonna call me back. So we have the same. Oh, hold on. There. 1 second. So, thank you, Elf. Justin, the lady in blue is not the same lady as the one with Seth in pink. Justin, the lady in blue is not the same lady as the one with Seth in pink. Two different people. Pink was at the visual, blue was at search. Let me see what you mean, dear. Am I showing the picture? Yeah. This is a different person. Is that what you mean? This one? Yeah. This was at the search. This, okay. Let me just take that one off. Let me just take that one off so people don't get confused. Okay, so I want to show you all some stuff if you're just joining us. The FBI is looking into it as we speak. And you see she's wearing pink. She's got this around her. She's got this round watch. Now, this, let me see here 1 second. Where did I do it there? Hold on. Wait a second. These are the same. I don't think, no, it's not the same person. I don't think it's the same person. No, because the watch, she was confusing me, the caller. Because this is the same picture. The watch is not. So we don't know if this lady has a watch on. These are two different pictures. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so okay, the lady that called a second ago, this is the same picture as this. This is just up close. So we don't know if she has a round watch unless somebody's got a picture. But it is very interesting that she's got a pink hoodie on. Now that is true. But the watch, we don't know. Watch doesn't matter any. You need a motion sickness pill. Oh my God. If someone is doing this as a sick joke, you're going to hell. Just telling you. All of the other, I was told all of the other photos that came in that they said, look like Sebastian didn't, you could really pretty much tell it wasn't him. But this, 1 second. 614, thank you for calling.
Hi, Justin. It's Meredith.
Hi, dear.
It's driving me crazy.
I know.
Hello. So, I want to ask just one question of you in the chat.
Sure.
Is that enough picture of one of your boys that you would recognize if that was your son or not?
I mean, I would know if it was my son.
I would. I can recognize my son's back.
Yeah.
So
oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I find it very difficult that Katie's not out here going, that's him, that's my boy. We're sitting here looking at hair and mannerisms and the way he's standing. This is her son. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so frustrated that I'm looking at it going, if that were my Brian, I could tell you if that was my Brian.
That's a good point. Yeah, I could spot my kids a mile away.
Okay.
A mile
All
away.
right. I just want to make sure I'm not going nuts here, because if it's my son, the blue shirt, we're talking about in chat, does she recognize the blue shirt? Does she recognize the shoes? Have they been there before? You would think that would be saying, they would be saying, hey, that looks like when we went there, a year ago or what have you. And that's the blue shirt. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just so frustrated because I would think the parents would go right away, yep, that's him.
Absolutely. I mean, your kid, better than anyone, right? Better than anyone. But then I think, it's been 2 months. You know what I mean? Like, would that change?
No, he's standing a certain way. His feet are a certain way. Looks like he's about 15. No cell phone in his hand. How many 15-year-olds do you know standing around without a cell phone?
I know. Yeah.
It's odd.
It's really odd. It's very odd. And you just don't think anything could get more odd. And then it gets more odd.
I agree with you. But thank you for taking my call. I just wanted to feel sane again to see if you feel the same way. But I'm looking at the picture going, if that was my Brian, I could tell you, yep, that's him.
Yeah. I get it. I get it. And, remember when that person said that she spotted Sebastian at like a trail or something like a month ago?
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know. She asked some really stupid questions. Like, I would have been in my car. Like, it was just a few miles from her. I would have flew over. You know what I mean? And so it's like she's not. It's like, does she want him found? Does she not want him found? Does she?
It just feels like they're very disconnected. And that's why I'm thinking, if it were me, he's standing a very specific way. You look at that picture, and he's standing with his arm in a specific way. And with your child, that stance.
Yep. Because everyone has their unique posture, right?
Yep.
Everyone has their unique reflexes, right? How they stand.
If you're trying to identify that widow's peak, that's your baby. You've had them since they were born.
Yep.
You know how their hair turns and curls. You know their jaw. You know their nose. I'm telling you, if somebody showed me a picture, however shady, it could be 50 more feet back. And I could tell you if that was my Brian.
Yeah.
I'm just so frustrated that there's a stepfather, a mother, and a father that can't look at that picture and scream out, that's him.
No, I get it. It's so weird.
I know. We'll get there. Well, thank you, dear.
Thank you, dear, for calling. Appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Yeah, the person that sent me that hold on. I need to make a call. Maybe. Thank you for calling. 307.
Hey, is this Justin?
This is. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I don't know. I've had to pause for a second, so I don't know if you saw this yet. But a friend of mine just sent me a message that said Nick Perez, I think that's how you say his name, is saying there's an update on the post of the picture, and it's saying that it might be AI generated.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm not. I'm not kidding you.
Oh my God.
It says AI percent that it could be AI generated is 92.89, and the percent that it could be a human is 7.11. And there's somebody commenting. I don't know if I don't want to say her name, but I was told that I guess in the comments you can tell she's the one who took the picture, and she's saying that there's no way it's AI. I don't know.
If it is AI, or if this is some sick joke, you deserve hell. People deserve hell for doing something like that to a grieving parent. I just can't believe the sickness sometimes, these mother chickens.
I know. I just, that's all I wanted to tell you is, I think it's the same post that I guess you just go to Nick's Facebook page and he updated
let's go.
it. You'll see it.
Let's go. All right.
Yep.
Thank you, my dear.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay, here we go. Where is this beast of a human that did this? I'm going to make the screen full screen for y'all so y'all can see it full screen. Let me take this down. Give me 1 second, y'all. Three hours ago. Update C, the second image, question mark. One investigator shared this with me after they put the original image here into an artificial intelligence tool. You see the results. It is not definitive, and my understanding is authorities are still vetting the photo. But something to keep in mind. Also interesting to note, no leaves on the trees behind him. It's April. That's what I said in the very beginning. Okay, everyone. So anyway, here it is. This AI 92.89, human 7 point. Is this the world we live in now, y'all? I need a drink, and I don't even drink. What do y'all think? The woman is saying it's not. What does he mean, investigator? I think he talked to an investigator that I don't know. I think he's saying that he talked to an investigator and he put it in a tool. I don't think AI could be that good yet, though, could it? Mother chicken. Well, who is the woman? Could they have got the picture of Seth with Seth, the woman in the pink, or at the thing, and then a picture of Sebastian and then like an AI photo? I showed Mike, I showed Katie's reaction. A woman took a picture of her daughter and it showed AI. Searching. So weird though. 307, thank you for calling. Yes, my dear.
Hi,
I got you. Yep.
I talked to you about the watch.
Uh-huh.
What I
watch in the actual video
Yeah.
of it and grab that woman and see if we could see a watch under her cup. Because that looks a lot alike. And if somebody's playing a sick joke like this, then you know who might be able to do that, right?
Oh, wonder, like, yes, I see what you're saying now.
Okay. I just wanted to put that one in your thoughts, because this is just too coincidental.
Yeah, it's really coincidental. She's got a low voice. She does. Sorry, they're saying they can't hear you.
I'm sorry.
You got to yell.
Yeah, I've got a kind of a deep throat. I didn't mean deep throat. I meant
That's okay.
deep voice.
You're fine.
Yeah, that's what I meant about the. I was trying to find the video myself and try to look for that woman walking, but everybody looks different with their head bent down. I know if I stretch my neck up, it looks kind of straight in there. But if I'm walking my head down, that puffiness comes down. So if it is generated like that, which I doubt it, sometimes you got to believe in people that may not.
Yeah.
But if it were me and I wanted to take a picture of somebody, I would sneak it to somebody along with it.
Right. Sure.
That may be why.
Yeah.
They snapped it.
That's
But
true.
all in all, if it is generated, that's a pretty sick joke, and I'm looking at one person that may do that.
Yeah.
That's just my thoughts, and I thought I was going to bounce off of you.
Well, you said some good things, because I didn't even, I was looking at the face and the everything around it. I wasn't even looking at the her sweater.
I noticed that right off the bat, because as a woman, I always do that for some reason, because I get hot flashes.
Yeah.
And I always take off that top layer and wrap it around my waist.
Right.
And I thought, my God, that looks like that hoodie.
Right.
So I just wanted you to check into that. Either way, let's pray and hope we find him.
Amen. Amen.
See you later, honey.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good luck.
All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. So I just reverse searched it. It's everywhere now, though. That's the problem. It's everywhere. Here. Okay. T-Rev, Vern Gilbert on X. Oh, I'm comfortable with. Yeah, so there's someone on there, but it's, I don't know, y'all. It's really strange. The woman with set there, she that's this photo. Let me find it. One second. Oops, sorry, caller. Call back if you want. The woman in this photo, not this photo, but the woman in this photo was at the vigil. What gets me is just all of the coincidences, right? Like the same hoodie color. They look the same, similar glasses, same color hair. Same, Sebastian looks very similar to this kid. Similar shoes. Everyone's saying check the ears, but I don't know. It depends on what angle you're at as well. Let's do this for a second. Now, again, we've got to account for different position. You can be a different weight, different angle, different camera, all of that. I say no, but there's so many similarities. Here, I'll make it big for you. See, what gets me is this area right here, like right here. Hers seems to be thin, and this seems to be thin. In this area, which it's a little bit off, but
Mary.
772, thank you for calling.
Yes. I was just going to say that ears are a defining factor in identification, and
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if you can zoom in on the ears of the woman.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, my dear.
Okay.
It might
All
be.
right. Thank
but
you.
yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Let me know what you think. Kimberly, thank you so much. When original pic shared to social media, it causes distortion. Then save the device, gets more distortion. Yes, if you do all of that before analyzing with the AI, to distortion will result in non-human. That's a very good. Yeah, I never thought of that. Very, very good point, Kimberly. Yeah, because then it'll look more pixelated and grainy, which will make it look more AI. I'm sure. Very good. Very, very good. Thank you for that. Very cool. Okay, we're going to do another poll on clutch. All right, so the poll, do you think it could be Sebastian? 51% says sorry. All right. It's going to show you your poll results there. We're going to do a new poll. Same ear or no? Okay. All right, there we go. Got a new one there. I say no, but regardless, how weird is it? It is a different angle, it's different lighting. Weight. Different lighting for sure. Check your email, it has important photo in relation to the AI accusations. Okay. Thank you for that. Okay, so the so the person that just sent me that photo, it's not letting me view it. My
To accept.
oops, wait a second there. 307, thank you for calling.
Hold on, let me pause you all. Hey, Justin, this is some simple biology we teach elementary school people. Ears are genetic, and this is not the same woman because it's not the same picture because one woman has a free hanging earlobe and the other one has an attached earlobe. Those cannot be changed, and they can't be altered.
Yeah, I don't think it's the same personally. But yeah, I forgot about that. You're right about
in my opinion, and we're looking at camera angles and stuff, I said, no, one is attached and then one is free hanging, and that's just genetic.
I forgot about that.
All right. That's all I wanted to offer. Thank you.
Thank you, dear.
Bye.
I didn't either notice the attachment. Yeah. Because, it's all right. Let's look at this. Let's do this. Let me just pull this. Damn. There we go. All right. Look at this. We're going to do the free hanging. All right. Do your ears hang low? God, that song just under my head. And what do textbooks know? Earlobes can be described as free or attached. Attached earlobes are connected directly to the head, while earlobes hanging down below the point of connection organize the pictures into a continuous line from most free to most attached. So, what kind of earlobe do y'all have? I don't know what kind of ear I have. I think I have the free hanging. Pretty sure. Do your ears hang low? Yeah. Y'all are cracking me up with your comments. Okay. But still, it's so strange to me that I don't know. Okay, we're going to talk about the next damn thing because I've been talking about this for 2 hours. The next thing is, oh, by the way, prayers, many prayers to Charlotte, North Carolina right now. There have been 2 or 3 marshals. I think it's 3. Yeah, 3 marshals, 3 U.S. marshals have died. And there have been several shot due to a pew-pewing. Like I think 8 other officers pew-pewed. Yeah. But yeah, so I'll keep you kind of updated on that. All right. So now we're going to talk about this. Make it big. I'm going to zoom in here in a minute. Yep. What do y'all think about this? I don't know, y'all. Look at this. We're going to zoom into it. First, we have some breaking news that we do need to report on. We have breaking news on Suzanne Morphew. I forgot to talk about that earlier. Suzanne Morphew, her autopsy results are back. She died by homicide with tranquilizer chemicals present in her body, according to the autopsy report. And guess what? She absolutely was, in my opinion, as well. She absolutely was. The autopsy reported to the death of Suzanne Morphew shows that he was unalived as by unspecified means by a tranquilizer chemical typically used on animals were found in her report from the El Paso County coroner released Monday. Says Suzanne was killed, quote, by unspecified means. It is settling by I can't pronounce these. Let's see, how do you pronounce them? Okay, it's not right. Is it working? One second. Let's see if it'll pronounce it for us. Anyway, these things right here. Uh, these drugs are marked as a compound injectable chemical immobilizer for wildlife, providing pharmacological, reversible, uh, and sedation, and causing immobilization. Uh, that's really. Can you hear that? See if you can hear that. There we go. Um, Morphew 52 was last seen alive Mother's Day 2020. Her remains was located last year. Um, can you imagine how Suzanne suffered? Can you imagine Barry Morphew you with a tranquilizer and you keep going down and down and down until you die. I wonder what her daughters think because they have been standing by Barry. They've been standing by Barry. Yes, and we know that. We know that because the phone, he said he was trying to shoot pew pew squirrels. He's so nasty. He's so nasty. Um, let me know if y'all can hear this. There's a response from Barry Morphew's legal team. Okay. Okay. I'll read it. I'll read it. It's fine. No worries. All right. So it says, this is from Barry Morphew's legal team. In a statement, Barry Morphew's attorney, Jane Fisher, wrote that the family has been agonized over Suzanne's disappearance. Quote, this included not only the pain of the loss of the wife and mother, but also the false accusations and prosecution of Barry Morphew. Blech. Sorry, I had to throw up before I read more. The Morphews have prayed the authorities would remove their blinders and not only find Suzanne, but find the suspect responsible for her disappearance and unaliving. However, the Morphews are left with more questions than answers, and the lack of justice for Suzanne, the family, and community. In a follow up email, another Barry Morphew attorney, Iris Eaton, noted that the chemical found are used in Colorado by ranchers, hunters, and wildlife officials. BS. That's going to be their defense, in my opinion. They are controlled substances, and the authorities should be tracking down the specialized vets in the area that were able to prescribe it, who they prescribed it to. Well, how about this? How about they just check Barry's dryer that they found I don't know, those in. That's exactly what they did. They found them in Barry's dryer. The assertions that the tranquilizer drug are used in hunting was challenged by a 33-year-old wildlife officer, Renzo Del Pacchiato, who is retired from Colorado Parks and Wildlife. He told CPR News that he never once encountered a hunter using tranquilizing darts. There we go. All right. Hopefully, Barry, you're going to be in prison. What do y'all think about this? One, if you think it's something that could be related, put a 2 if you don't. Or 3 if you're unsure. I don't know. I really don't. I have no idea.
This is wrong.
But I do think that it is pointing in the direction. That is for certain. It definitely is pointing in the direction. More video. I zoomed in even further to make it even bigger. And I haven't watched this yet, so I don't even know how it's going to turn out. So let's look. I zoomed in really big, and I'm going to make it full screen. Let me know what y'all think. Let's see here. Hold on one second. What happened to music? Bear with me one second, y'all. Okay. Wait. Okay, here we go. This is what do you think? Yes, we're looking at the black, not the white. It's very strange. I mean, it's not enough to convince me at this point. But I mean, it is pointing in their backyard, and their backyard is lit up. No, this is not from Gray. No, it's not. Ever. I mean, I see what y'all are seeing, but I don't know if yeah, you're looking at the black, not the white. Yeah, I see like two people personally. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It is wild. I saw it already. We were freaked out like Chris in the middle of pulling. I just don't know. It's very odd. I've always, the trash thing, I just, with the comments that the sheriff made, and he wants to know where Nick got it. Y'all watch in front of the white blobs. Did you see the thinner, Justin, go back. Did you see the thinner figure to the right look like a long leg kick out? No. I made it as big as I could possibly make it. So we're looking at like This is pointing toward Chris and Katie's backyard and their neighbor. Right there. It starts out as like, okay. Watch this. All right. Can someone explain the arrows? Can anyone explain the arrows, what the arrows are supposed to mean? Could that be where he got his scratches from? What are the arrows? See a person. Ignore the arrows. They're just pointing out people. Yeah. Y'all got to realize how small this little white blob is, because it's very small in the scheme of things. Now remember, Chris and Katie, they have light in their backyard. And really it's not completely private, but at 3, 4, 5 in the morning it's going to be, because they got a bunch of trees around. But to me that looks like definitely a person right there when I see that right there. Hold on. It's like legs, head, but I don't know. Huh. So in case we were questioned, they went for a walk to backwoods. It's short because it's playing over and over on loop. Well, I mean, that looks like tug of war. Now that I see, yeah, it looks like, to me, it looks like they're struggling with something, or they're fighting. If it is someone, they would have labeled those two lights as subjects if they weren't people. They would have labeled those two. I mean, I see what you're saying, Kat. I see what you're saying. Candy, thank you so much. Appreciate you, my dear. Thank you, baby. There we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you, Nosy. 2 months. I don't know what this is supposed to be. It means you support. Thank you. Brown eyed girl, Justin, looks like tug of war going on. I agree. It does. But is it our minds, or is it more? I don't know. You want me to play it again? I'll play it again. Sure. We'll play it again one more time. Okay, Kate. Thank you, my dear. Trees don't have two arms. Yeah, I mean, there's not leaves on trees. There's not leaves on it. Right. What are they circling here? What are they circling here? I don't know, but I think if Sebastian is found, I think that there will be something in that video. I don't know what the hell is going to be in that video, but something is going to be in that video. Looks like somebody pulling somebody to me. I mean, if it is anything, it looks like a struggle of something, in my opinion. I thought me too. Me too. Between men. I think something happened that night. In my opinion, allegedly. Okay. All right. Now, let's talk about this. It's from TikTok. Okay. So we all know that Proud Foot. Let me exit some of these windows here real quick. Proudfoot talked the other night and talked and talked and talked for 2 or 3 hours. And I wanted to go over some stuff with y'all. Look at this. This is from Web Sleuths.
People want to interrupt and try to say, well, this and that. No. You wanted the answer. I'm giving you the answer.
He's so rude as hell.
Now, when I answered that question, I told people Sebastian got a spanking. He got one lick on his butt outside of his clothes. If somebody can tell me how that's abuse to a child.
Does his voice asking for a friend, does his voice and his attitude and how he's always angry, did it just take one lick? That's what I'm wondering. Because I don't believe he ever just got one lick, as he says it. I mean, he was probably kicking the dog that night, the way he was sounding. Poor dog.
Explain to me.
Can you confirm when that happened?
I don't. That was years ago.
I got spanked by a belt and wouldn't.
Years ago. Years.
Been by my mom for years.
So, but let's not sidetrack. Let's not sidetrack. Let's stay on board.
Yeah, we'll stay on board.
Okay. So the question,
Chris, let's not sidetrack.
About the CPS thing that came up to play that everybody wants to tie to this belt.
Here we go.
Is not what it was.
Okay.
Well, I think it was confusing because when you initially talked about it, you referred to him as an embarrassed 15-year-old. So
yes, you did.
Like it was years ago.
We thought it was like right recently.
Well, instead of asking more clarification,
let's clear it up.
Should have been. So, as it stands, Sebastian went to school one day. He made a statement to a teacher. The teacher reports it to CPS. CPS comes to the house. That case has nothing to do with Sebastian getting spanked. That had
Okay, then what did it have to do with?
Everything to do with Sebastian didn't like being in trouble.
What was he in trouble for? What was he in trouble for? Was he in trouble for forgetting his belt? I don't either, Nerdy. I don't either. I don't believe him for a second, in my opinion. What was Sebastian in trouble for? Because a different spanking. Mm-hmm. What was he in trouble for?
So he thought by reporting it to a teacher, they were going to come to the house and they're going to take me out of the house and do this and do that.
Oh, so they're going to take, he thought, what did I tell y'all? I'm telling y'all, I'm telling ya. Why? There's several questions here that we can ask. Why did Sebastian want Chris out of there? Why did he want Chris out of there? I mean, I wouldn't think Sebastian would want someone out of there that treated him good, in my opinion. Would you? Would Sebastian wanted someone out of his home that treated him good and, may have been, okay, so he's 15 and getting a spanking? No. I mean, that's too old for, first of all, spanking an autistic child or any child with physical, mental, emotional is wrong. It's wrong. How does you hit someone who doesn't understand? Now,
that is what the CPS case was about. And yes, I laughed at it because when I explained to Sebastian, very detailed, what happened, he thought it was a joke.
He thought it was a joke. Well, clearly, this was enough, whatever it was enough for him to still be thinking about it as he was at school, right? Right? If he is thinking about these things while he is at school, something is clearly bothering this child. Clearly. Crystal clearly.
When the CPS lady shows up and looks at him and says, Sebastian, you can't false report. That will get people in trouble and you can get in trouble. And then she explained to him what happens.
What did he say you did to him?
I think he said that, in my opinion.
Can I ask you, what does that have to do with the price of eggs in China when it comes to the disappearance of Sebastian?
Because I'll tell you why.
I think it has a lot to do with
because you're wondering why people are coming at you. And it's
because
he was in your home last. That was the last place he was seen.
Yes,
so
he was.
When we hear these things, it's like, okay, let's just clear it up and see what happens. Because I'll tell you why. Because people, I'm not saying me, but I've seen people say, hey, he was hitting his child. He reported it to his teacher. Did something happen? Was there an explosive incident that happened?
No, absolutely nothing of that nature.
Okay.
And for people to not understand, when you...
No, there was absolutely nothing that was explosive. Why would you think that? Why would you think that someone was explosive in this house? Oh, just a guess. Just a guess. He's not answering.
You discipline a child, there's a difference in discipline and abuse. There truly is a difference.
But I think hitting anybody with a belt is abuse. I'm sorry, I do. And a lot of people agree with me, and that's the problem.
And
so we have
what?
You are hitting an autistic child with an instrument.
That's the great thing. That's the great thing about having your opinion.
Yes.
That's an opinion. That's not a fact. That's opinion.
Okay. I think a belt is abuse, but that's my, again,
Well,
that is
if I was leaving bruises and marks on a child, that's abuse. That would be considered abuse.
Okay.
He says, if I was leaving. To me, that sounds more like more than one time. If I was leaving. Not if I had left one singular time. And let me tell you something. You don't have to have bruises to be abused.
Yeah.
But look at here.
I mean,
so by definition,
that's weird.
That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. You can say your opinion, and that is fine. But you have to back it up and say, what I'm stating is just an opinion. There's no fact to it. When you don't say that, you leave it open to interpretation for a lot of people to take it and run with it. That was a lot of the problems with this.
And there will be people, I can get people from CPS that will say, hitting a child with a
Okay. Oh, well, no, let me finish this.
belt is an abuse. But here's the thing. You're right. That doesn't have anything to do necessarily with Sebastian and his disappearance. But what it does is it creates a narrative in people's minds that we need to clear up and change, Chris. We need to clear it up and change it. Okay? So let's do that.
So we just did.
Okay. If now you did go on Nancy Grace
so angry
and say that CPS has never been called. And
no,
a lot
that's not. No. Nope.
Okay, you heard that. You heard that. No. Nope.
Then why are you going? because my son could be anywhere and we're looking everywhere and anywhere.
I've got a question for you.
Yes,
I want to find out about Mr. Proudfoot hitting Sebastian with a belt. What happened?
That was actually several years ago, and it
to
was
Mr. Proudfoot, to Mr. Proudfoot, to Mr. Proudfoot.
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Proudfoot, what happened?
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I thought you were asking Katie.
Boy, different tone. If I ever saw one.
Sebastian
playing to his audience, right there.
Gotten in trouble. He got caught lying, and I had asked him. I said, "Hey, you got to have a punishment for this." He says, "Yes, sir." And I said, "Okay." So
she's going to ask him in just a moment, what did he do? And he'll say he can't remember. Isn't that convenient? But he told us in other interviews, which I'm going to show you. He doesn't remember, but he remembers telling Sebastian that he's got to have a punishment for this and all of that. He remembers everything except for what he got in trouble for. Isn't that interesting?
So I gave him a swat with a belt on his buttocks on the outside of his clothes. One swat.
What did he lie about?
Honestly, I don't remember at the time, but it was probably something dealing with school because that's.
There we go. But it was probably something dealing with school. You didn't want to tell Nancy, in my opinion, that he got whipped for forgetting a stinking, stupid belt. I'll disregard the poll, honey, if you're not. It was for earlier. Sandra, thank you so much. I'm autistic and I was hit as a child. It has left me with emotional scars, trauma, and resentment. I'm so sorry, Sandra. I'm really so sorry. So sorry, honey. Cake, thank you so much. I think I emailed you back just a little bit ago.
Majority where his issues lie.
Talk to your kids. That's
Did
the
he have
thing.
other
Talk to kids.
issues at school?
Some behavioral stuff, but nothing too crazy.
What kind of behavioral stuff?
He has a hard time. He's awkwardly socially blending in with students, so it's a little. He's trying to figure out how to do it, but respecting people's space. He gets a little too close, and then kids don't really accept that too much, so it kind of causes an issue. But he'll not stop, and he continues on. So then it causes an issue, and instead of being honest about it, he'll lie like, "No, I didn't." Okay, Sebastian.
We're lying about doing
Was
what?
that the first?
He remembers that. He remembers Sebastian saying, "No, I didn't," mocking him. And then Katie's saying under her breath about another thing that he did to get in trouble. That's pitiful. Absolutely pitiful.
Time? Was that the first time you had ever hit him with a belt?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, when was that?
Yes.
Years ago, ma'am.
Any idea how many? 3, 10, 1?
It probably at least 3 years ago.
I don't understand how that turned into a CPS or Child Protective Services complaint. How were they alerted that you hit him with a belt?
That did not turn into CPS service call.
There were other reports, right? Were they regarding your other child?
New Mexico with my ex-wife and myself.
What?
So he's just saying that there's only one more, and that is from a different state. When he just said on web sleuths. Okay, now we've got. Oops. I don't think it's that one. It's the next one. I just did that again. Okay, there we go. 1 second.
When he came, that everything was in pristine condition except for his room. Like, I know that the Ellie was there, and he said that the Ellie was there. I mean, what did he mean by that? Was that just like the bed was unmade, or, you know, where you looked under things, or was it like, what did he mean by that?
Sebastian's room is always a little bit messy, but even more so with all the people coming in, all the law enforcement coming in and looking through things, me looking through things, like everybody was searching everything.
So I have a question then real quick. So you're asking that question, is that because there's somebody's trying to insinuate that we tried to cover something up because the house was clean? Or
No.
Please understand why I'm asking that question, because whether my house is dirty or clean really doesn't matter. But okay, I'm just trying to understand this.
Okay, well, I'll explain it to you. It's because I have a son that is autistic. He's 28 now, but I know it's all different types of children on the autism spectrum, but they like stuff in order. And so I was just wondering, like, I was just trying to think back, and I'm just wondering, like, what did Seth mean by that? Like, was it just because the bed was messed up? And then I know the cop, like doing these cases and stuff, I know the cops. So, I mean, it's not like you have to get paranoid that I ask you that. It's just, I was asking that because I was thinking back on things, not only personally, but because I was just trying to make sense of, and then when Katie said, well, it was just his room's out of order and stuff, I'm just thinking, well, you know, some kids, maybe they do, you know, if they're autistic, you know, I don't know. I just asked that question. When I ask questions, I just listen. Let me just tell you this: when I ask questions, you don't have to necessarily look. I'm not the police, okay? And you don't have to worry about how I ask questions. It's just I also work for a retention center for 11 years, and it was my job to retain people and think outside the box, and that's what I do. It's a habit.
So me asking that question back is because you've got a lot of viewers. I'm not saying your viewers. So let's make that super clear so that viewers don't get that construed with anything. But there's so many people out there with their insinuations, and because you asked that question, it would not surprise me to see a comment, well, that's because they cleaned the house before the cops got there. Trust me, we have seen it all, heard it all. I used to read it. Love reptiles, one of my favorite things.
Maybe it's
clear so that viewers don't get that.
Hold on, guys. I'm trying to.
I was just trying to think.
Sebastian's room is always a little bit necessarily pop into a teenage boy's room on it.
Ugh.
When you said there was a noise, what type of noise do you think that was that you heard?
I'm not honestly sure. It sounded like he was messing with stuff in his room, which was not uncommon.
See, that is much different than a thud. Don't you think? That is much different than a thud. He was just messing in his room, which was not uncommon. Well, is it common to hear a thud? Because it clearly stuck out to you, Katie. It clearly stuck out to you. You remembered it. The thud was not way later. He went to bed at 9. The thud was at 10. She went to bed at midnight. That's it.
Which is why I said, hey, I don't know what you're doing in there, but you're supposed to go to sleep.
Hey, I don't know what you're doing in there, but you're supposed to go to sleep. That's different. That's different. Then, Bubba, did you fall out of bed? No, ma'am. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, my sweetheart. Appreciate you. Oh, Gypsy, sorry. I'm sorry, honey. You wee child. Why is Chris so hostile? Why is Chris so defensive? He will not let anyone finish a sentence. Why is he so angry? He just talks and talks. I'm telling you right now, if Chris told me to go east, I'd go west. Amen. I love your hand, by the way. Love that. Amen. Amen. Sorry, it's gonna won't do that. Thank you. I agree with that. Why is he so defensive? That's a good question. Kathy, thank you so much, my dear. I really do appreciate you, my love. Thank you. So sweet of you, my dear. Very kind of you. Rebecca, thank you so much. What does your thing say? It says the 13th child. What is that, my dear? What's the 13th child? Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you for your support. It means so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Chris says it doesn't matter what goes on in his house. It doesn't matter how he disciplines Sebastian. It doesn't matter how he cleans the house. It doesn't matter that I'm never home. Doesn't matter, does it, Val? Nothing matters. Nothing matters. The truth never changes. Truth never changes. It certainly doesn't. Justin, we missed something the other night. Which one is it, Cripple Creek? Tell me the video and a timestamp, and I'll pop it right up for you.
So you didn't check on him at that time, but did you check on him at midnight? Did you flip the light on and look to see if he was in the bed at midnight when you got up to go to bed?
No, and because I didn't have any reason to. You know, when he was little, I used to check on him all.
Yeah. She had no reason to check on him. What? You're a mother. I mean, you're not checking on him, you're not checking, trying to find him right now. That's for sure, in my opinion, at least. It absolutely does, Kathy J. You're exactly right. Thud's a reason. Yes, a thud is a reason. Well, if you're hearing, this is the thing, if you're hearing a thud, you heard it while you were reading, studying, talking on the phone, and sleeping. And despite all of that going on, no, Jess, I haven't. But I will. Where's it at? Who did it? But despite all of that, hearing all of that, there was a reason that stuck out to you, right? And there was a reason you said, "Hey, Bubba, did you fall off the bed?" "No, ma'am." "All right, just checking on you, Bubba." She's so full of it, in my opinion. Well, exactly, Nosy. I mean, most of us check on our children multiple times a night. I don't care what age they are. You check on them. You look at them. You check their breathing or anything. That's what we do as parents. She never said she regrets anything. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she's a hell of a multitasker. Like studying, talking to Chris for 3 hours, and I don't know, maybe pulling cameras down, allegedly. I digress. Okay. Where was that?
All the time, but he's older now and he's 15, and y'all can figure out why a mother may not want to necessarily pop into a teenage boy's room unexpectedly.
Yeah. Let's see.
Just disgusting, Katie. It's just terrible.
And we can sit and say this happened, this happened.
I'm trying to
People
find.
don't like that, and I am sorry.
You sound
I've heard their clapping, and that's fine. Yes, I'm currently working.
Congrats.
So I have a question then, real quick. So you're asking.
I'm trying to find something. Bear with me.
His big old snake. He's got a building full of them, and so the kids area. Oh my God.
They've got a phenomenal youth program.
We're reaching out. We've got great family and friends. That afternoon, CPS shows up to the house.
Here we go. Here we go.
That's hard.
I'll be honest with you. I've had CPS
and everything out.
Here we go.
Well, if you don't mind me, so I don't know how to say this any other way, and please forgive me because it's going to sound.
You're fine. Say it. Say it.
It's going to sound very jerkish, but I don't want softball questions. People wanted to ask me the hard questions. By golly, let's get these hard questions out. Sorry, but I just.
Well, let me start. Okay. Have you ever had CPS called on you before?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And you don't have to go into it elaborate or anything like that. That was the question that I had. And that happens, sometimes, especially when you have a child who is, has special needs and stuff. That's hard.
I'll be honest with you. I've had CPS call me in 2 states, New Mexico and Tennessee.
And did that include with Sebastian?
Tennessee was Sebastian, yes, ma'am. Okay. And in fact, Sebastian here, like I said, I got nothing to hide. So Sebastian went to school one day because we were at the house. He got in trouble. He didn't have a belt on. I was like, "Where's your belt?" And got it. Whack. Kind of got him.
There you go. There you go. So he remembers in this interview, why wasn't he talking as freely to Mrs. Grace? Why was he not talking as freely to Nancy? Did his memory just slip him depending on which interview he's doing it? Let's listen to that again.
That's hard.
I'll be honest with you. I've had CPS called on me in 2 states, New Mexico and Tennessee.
And did that include with Sebastian?
Tennessee was Sebastian, yes, ma'am. Okay. And in fact, Sebastian here, like I said, I got nothing to hide. So Sebastian went to school one day because we were at the house. He got in trouble. He didn't have a belt on. I was like, where's your belt? And got it. Whack. Kind of got him. So he goes to school and he tells us.
Hold on one second. I need to wave at Charlie. Hey, Charlie. Hi. How you doing? Of course I'll wave. Of course. Hi. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good.
The teacher. They're mandatory reporters. So the teacher reports it. That afternoon, CPS shows up to the house while we're actually sitting down to eat dinner. Now, mind you, 15-year-old child, he's not real happy because he's in trouble.
Hold
so
on. What'd you say? What'd you say, Chris?
So
1 second.
he shows, that afternoon, CPS shows up to the house while we're actually sitting down to eat dinner. Now, mind you, 15-year-old child.
Okay, just making sure. Mind you, a 15-year-old child. Okay. Thank you, Darren. Do you know when Sebastian's birthday is? His birthday's fall or winter. I can't remember. Can't remember his birthday off.
He's not real happy because he's in trouble, so he's being punished.
December.
So he shows, he makes a report. They come to the house, and the lady who comes to the house is the same lady we've had. She's had a case before. Now,
okay, did you hear that as well? The same lady, because he's had a case before. We've had a case before. A wop, bada bop, a wop, bam, boom. Here we go. To you, Chris. To you, Chris. To you, Chris. There we go. There we go.
The case that was before was something that didn't even happen, and it's like 3 stories that were shoved into one. And when they finally got it debunked, they were like, "Oh, he got so mixed up in telling one story, it mixed into 3, and it caused a commotion." Well, they canceled that out. So the one on me, she shows up, and I said, "Hey, how you doing?" It's her again. She's like, "Oh,
Crystal, thank you so much for the cash app, my dear. Appreciate you.
Oh, hey.
Thank you, my love.
She goes, "Hey, I already don't." She's like, "Don't tell me anything, but I'm gonna tell you what I know happened." And I said, "Okay." She goes, "Blah blah blah." She told me exactly what happened. I said, "Yes, ma'am." She goes, "Oh my God." I said, "Yes, ma'am. This is how it's been." Sebastian.
This is how it's been. This is how it's been. 3 stories into 1. 3. And this is how it's been. And in my opinion, it sounds like it's been hell in that house. Exactly, Chantel. Oh, it's you again. I don't think law enforcement is telling them anything. I don't think they're saying that make people think they are getting info. I agree. I agree. I think that they are just saying that they are closer, if you will, to law enforcement than they really are. That's my opinion. And, Chris is the one that said that they have been vetted. They have been vetted and they have been cleared of any and all possible of wrongdoing.
Sebastian thought by telling on me making it sound like I was so horrible.
Oh, you cut out.
That he was so horrible. Isn't it interesting how that he just cut out there?
You cut out just a minute. You cut out. I can. Oh, there you go. Okay.
That I was going to get in trouble over something stupid. And it was like, no, Sebastian, you got punished, man. You got punished. And he was like, but, and I was like, you
okay,
got punished.
He got punished. What was the punishment? It had to be very scarring, in my opinion, for Sebastian to take that to school and tell his teachers. Very.
And the lady took him outside. She goes, Sebastian, just because you get in trouble and you get punished, you need to understand when you go and you say things about people and you lie and you fabricate things and you make it sound worse than what it is, sir, you can get in trouble for that. So we had that happened, and the lady was like, I am so sorry. And I said, no, he's just a child. He's upset. It is what it is. I'm okay with it.
He's just a child. That's right. He's just a child. He's just a child, says Chris. Not that the CPS agent would not know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he sat that back down at the dinner table and was like, see, eat your food. And we went back and everything's been fine.
Yeah. That girl wants to know what was he wearing when they went to dinner. Maybe he returned, if it was his favorite place, I guess, to the restaurant. Katie, you remember?
We may have lost her.
Oh.
No, I did not allow him to beat my son with a belt. He did not beat my son with a belt.
Simple yes or no. We don't have to go into whatever. And that could be for if you know whether he's got it from his real dad, you, or you know, anybody. I'm just saying, does anybody know if there's one floating around out there anywhere?
His father has one on him.
Okay, that's good enough. Now, Chris just dropped off again. Let me see if I can put this back in here. Sorry. And he may be back too. Let's see. Paste. I'm sorry, I have to do it.
Y'all, for clarification, no, I did not allow him to beat my son with a belt. He did not beat my son with a belt.
Yep.
Okay. Josh wants to call in real fast. Let's see. Hold on a minute. Okay, hold on. Just call. I can. Yeah, I put the wrong number in there. So
okay. Is Chris still here?
Can you drop the link again?
He fell down, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay. When I was talking to Chris earlier, and him and I were messaging, and I asked him about DCS. And he said the only case that DCS has open is because Sebastian ran away.
Okay, sorry about that.
True.
You hear what she said right there? Josh said, and he's got the text messages, that the only DCS case that they ever had is because Sebastian ran away. It was actually in January, y'all. Now, Chris is going to get highly defensive and he's going to start screaming because, in my opinion, he got caught.
Chris, Josh was going to
Yes,
call
ma'am.
in. I accidentally punched a 3 instead of a 2 or whatever, and he jumped up here on
That's
panel.
fun.
And, he wanted to ask you something,
Oh.
actually. Sorry.
And did you hear what Katie said? That's true. That's exactly what she said. That's true. Listen to this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. When I was talking to Chris earlier, and him and I were messaging, and I asked him about DCS, and he said the only case that DCS has open is
Here he
because
goes.
Sebastian ran away.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry
That's
about that.
true.
Hey, Chris, Josh was going to
Yes,
call
ma'am.
me.
Did you
I
hear Katie
accidentally
say that's
punched
true?
a 3 instead of a 2 or whatever, and he jumped up here on
That's
panel.
fine.
And he wanted to ask you something, actually. Sorry.
Fire away, man.
Well, so you and I we had messaged earlier on Facebook, and I had asked you about DCS, and you said that there were no other interactions with CPS or DCS except for Sebastian going missing, which I then told you, but that's not mandatory necessarily unless CPS was already involved. So
Now,
you're
hold
not
on.
really being honest.
Wait a minute. You asked me, because I'll read the messages to everybody in God and Country. You asked
And Josh is right. They were
me if
already
there was an
involved.
active CPS case on Sebastian. That's what you asked. And I told you, yes, there was, because the sheriff's department told us that they had to report it because he was missing. That's what you asked. Now, you also started to ask if there was another case, and there was no other case that I know of that's active. That's what you asked.
That's active. He wants to add that in there. He's so full of shit. You know exactly what he meant.
Josh?
Yeah, I'm here.
So, like I said, sir, I'm brash. I'm to the point. Be respectful.
Can you hear
And
me?
I will tell you, and I'll be honest, and I'm going to tell you the truth. I got nothing to hide.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, he said, okay. Can you hear him, Josh?
I can hear him, yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Oh, I just said, well, in the messages that I asked.
No, it's not because Sebastian ran away before. It's because he's saying Sebastian, Chris is saying the reason they got a CPS case now is because Sebastian ran away. Well, they have no evidence that he ran away. They have no evidence that he didn't run away. At least that's what police are telling us. But that's not true either, because they had a case at the end of January.
That it was pertaining to Sebastian's school, right? Like you just said. And you said, no, other than him going missing, no CPS cases. I don't know. I can't hear. Maybe that.
He didn't say anything. Can you hear him, Chris? Can you hear
Hello?
him?
Yeah, okay. I can now.
Okay.
Sorry.
So you didn't ask, you asked about active cases. That's what you asked about. And I answered your question.
You did. You answered my question.
Hello? Hello?
He said you answered his question. I can hear you. Can you hear him, Josh?
Okay. Yeah, I can't hear him.
Okay. Can y'all now? I think so
he's asked me, and I can't pull it up because if I pull it up, then we lose contact. But he asked me if there was active DCH, CPS, whatever you want to call it, case with Sebastian. And I said, yes, he's missing. I was told by the sheriff's department that they had to report it. So yes, there's an active case. Is there anything other than that? No, there's not an active case. So my statement that I told you is true.
I don't know. In my opinion, he's lying.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I get it, the active investigation, but yeah, but you did really. Maybe it's just because of text, but you did make it seem like there was no, like that this was the first time that they'd ever been involved at all.
No, I didn't insinuate. Now, understand something. Words on paper are simply words on paper. Whatever emotions you put behind them is directly proportionate to yourself. Not me.
Sir, I didn't put any emotion behind it. I'm just
Well,
saying.
what you're saying, you're trying to insinuate on this show.
No.
Yes, you did, sir. Yes, because you just stated that you said that I made it sound like this. No, I didn't. I told you. I gave you a direct statement, gave you your answer, and that right there is exactly what I'm talking about. Then you called into the show and you said, "Yeah, you're lying." No, I'm not lying. So call a spade, but
see how mad he gets, and we know that one went on in January. Not taking calls at the moment. One second. There we go. You can message me if you want, but nothing. He gets so mad.
make sure you're right. Now, to be honest with you,
He was right.
It has nothing to do with finding my son.
You don't think that you don't think? Okay, all right. Well, look, man.
How does CPS have to do with anything finding Sebastian? Because if you're insinuating something,
well, you said they opened up an investigation. You said they opened up an investigation. So you tell me what it has to do with him.
Because what did I tell you? That's what you're not listening. The sheriff's department told us that they are required to report it to DCS, CPS, whatever you want to call them. They are required to report it to them.
Psychopath.
That answer has yet to change. It hasn't changed any of the slightest.
And okay, so that's okay, I get it. So it's the only open investigation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I just said that to shut him up.
What's the next hard one we got? Fire away.
Okay.
I'm not arguing.
Okay. So I was just wondering, like, if he.
And he knows that he's not telling the truth, in my opinion, and he still argues with it. Such a douchebag. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to end it here. We're a little over 3 hours. Thank you all so much for being here this evening. I appreciate each and every single one of you. We're going to stay on top of it, and hopefully Sebastian will be found. If anything comes of the picture or anything breaks, I'll be here. No fret. Hopefully PG will be live tonight, maybe, or someone's live right now, I'm sure. No, Miss Curvy, it's late where you're at, or it's early where you're at. I love you all. Truly, I'm so thankful for each and every single one of you. You could have chosen to be anywhere in the world right now, and you chose to be right here. And I am grateful for you and your time. I will see you guys later in the morning-ish, something like that. I want to get some sleep tonight. This morning I was live, y'all. I was live, and I was going to sleep. I was like, hey guys, what's up? Oh my God. Oh, C-Star, you're sweet. You're sweet. Just when you think you'll get sleep, right? Right. All right, guys. I'll see you later. You never know. I might get a second wind after I get some stuff done, and I might come back live. Make sure you're subbed to my third channel. It's called Hey Sweet Tea. Hey Sweet Tea. TEA. And it's got a picture of a little red kettle. Come back, Jack. Come back. Come back. Come back, Jack. Come back. Come back. Jack. Come back. That's my favorite movie in the world. It's my favorite movie on the planet. Swear to you, I'm not just saying that. It's an adorable little red kettle with a face. Yeah, we need some comedy. I agree. Oh yeah, they already had at least 2. All right, guys. Love you all. See y'all later. Good night. God bless each and every single one of you. Bye-bye.